pajadas today?
Haven't eaten for 3 days.
This is gonna be a treat.
See, I just feel bad because I know that for dinner I'm gonna be coming home and eating my mom's food, and it's just gonna be like,
Hey.
Ooh, you can smell the butter and the chocolate. They smell so good. While the cookie's cool, I'm gonna make the filling. We're gonna make an orange filling. We're gonna take 1 stick of unsalted, softened butter. It's really important to have soft butter. That way you get that nice, smooth texture. And we're also gonna add 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. It's basically ground up sugar, very finely ground sugar. We're gonna add also the rest of that orange zest. We're also gonna add just a tiny bit of salt, just to bring out the flavor of the sugar and the orange zest. And now we're gonna cream it all together. The butter has slowly started to absorb the sugar, so that I can speed it up. Okay, now, I just wanna get all of the icing off of these. Just get this to help us out here. There we go. And see how nice that is? Light and fluffy, and it kind of has that little bit of a yellow color from the orange zest. So now my cookies have cooled, and when you put the filling, see how smooth that is? Oh, the Greenspans are gonna love this. And then you top it with another cookie and press down just lightly, and you can see the filling coming through. Oh, I just love these cookies. We'll just top it with another cookie, just like that. I'm telling you, these will become your favorites. And hopefully I don't eat them all in the process.
One lesson I learned as a personal chef is that good food doesn't have to be complicated. My clients loved my Italian-flavored onion soup, and it couldn't be easier to make. Sauté onions in olive oil, then simmer them with thyme and broth. Serve with melted cheese on top, and that's it. Onion soup with thyme and Fontina always hits the spot.
The first thing I want to do for my onion soup is sauté my onions. And I love using sweet onions. They just have more sugar in them, which makes for a really good onion soup. And I've always adored French onion soup, so this is kind of my Italian take on it. I like a little texture in my onion soup, so I just slice the onions. Just cut them in half and then just go ahead and slice them. Perfect. Before I add the onions, I just want to add a little bit of olive oil to my pan that I've already started heating at about medium heat. You don't want to cook the onions at too high a heat because you don't want to burn them. You want to slowly soften them. And although sometimes it looks like a lot of onions, they actually cook down and all of the natural water sort of evaporates. And so you don't end up with very much. Salt and pepper. The salt will sort of bring out the natural moisture in the onion, and a little pepper for flavor. The onions are gonna take 10 minutes to cook. So in the meantime, I'm gonna chop my thyme and measure my beef broth. These onions look so good. They've been sauteing for 10 minutes. They're slowly softening. So now it's time to add a teaspoon of chopped thyme and 4 cups of beef broth. Now we're gonna let it simmer for another 15 minutes until the onions are completely cooked through and have sort of absorbed that beefy broth flavor. Then I'm gonna top it with some crusty bread and some delicious cheese. We're gonna stick it in the broiler and melt it all on top. My favorite part of onion soup.